Hello, I'm Lawrence Owen with Colts Law, and welcome to my very first film room here exclusively on Sportscaster. I was excited. I was hoping to get this out yesterday. However, the NFL, for some reason, had all kinds of issues trying to get their stupid all 22 film out on time, but that's okay. I finally got it this morning. I went through it. I already knew what plays to look for. I just had to do a bunch of checking out and going over the actual film to make sure, because game tape does not do what all 22 does. And that allows you to see all the players on the field at a good angle so you know exactly what is going on at all times for each and every play. Now, Phillip Rivers had 2 interceptions, almost 3 interceptions. Would have had 3 if it wasn't for a pass holding call off the ball. And that brought up a lot of questions. And, a lot of people out there in the NFL fans and media and stuff want to know, is Phillip Rivers actually washed like what we thought, because he's still throwing interceptions? Is he washed? Well, I break down the film and I show you guys exactly what Rivers still has to offer the Indianapolis Colts and whether I think he's washed or not. Let's check it out. All right, so on this first interception by Rivers to T.Y. Hilton, when you first look at it, you're like, oh my goodness, how did Rivers not see C.J. Henderson? But then you start to realize exactly how this is set up. This is man defense. All right, now let's actually watch the play here develop as it goes. Because Rivers is looking at man. He knows it's man. After it's snapped, it's obvious it's man coverage. And Rivers, he honestly believes, as we watch this right here, you can see everybody is set up, right? You got a guy on here, you got a guy on him, you got a guy on him, you got a guy over here. And then you got 2 deep safeties. Rivers is ready to throw the football. T.Y.'s getting ready to do this out route right here at the first down marker. And he is fully expecting, since this is man coverage, for C.J. Henderson to continue following Michael Pittman down the field. But that's not what C.J. Henderson does. C.J. Henderson has his eyes back on Rivers. So as Rivers throws this football, Henderson made a break at that exact time. You see, as he threw it, he's breaking off. So he actually took a chance here. C.J. Henderson took a massive gamble. As he threw the football in this general direction, Rivers could have been throwing to 2 different people. He could have been throwing to T.Y. Hilton, or he could have been throwing to Michael Pittman. Had he been throwing to Michael Pittman, I don't think the safety had the angle and the get off in order to keep up with Pittman had he thrown a bomb downfield. He would have probably gave up a touchdown. Instead, he gambled that he was going to throw the T.Y. on a little short out route, and this gamble paid off. He cut the route off right in front of T.Y. This was a great play by C.J. Henderson. I mean, an absolute great play. And if you're watching it in slow-mo, you're thinking, well, he should have noticed that he broke off but watch it in full speed. Okay? Watch this in full speed. The timing CJ had on that breakoff was unbelievable. It was perfectly timed. Now, let's watch this at a different angle now. Shall we? Let's go to a different angle here. This is more of a cornerback look. He throws the football. There's nothing you can do. There's nothing he could have done different. It was a 50-50 chance on Henderson on this play. 50-50 chance. He just guessed right. I really can't put that one on Rivers. In that situation, 99% of the time, the cornerback stays deep with the deep route guy. 99% of the time, Henderson would follow Pittman, especially in man coverage, down the field. But he broke off and went after T.Y. instead. Can't put that on Rivers. Now his second interception of the day, where one that was intended for Paris Campbell, this is all on Rivers. Let's watch the play, full speed, and then I'll explain it. There it is. He throws it. Good break by the safety. All right, so on this play, you're going to have something very interesting happen. At this point, you're about to have two guys make inside cuts. You're going to have Paris Campbell make an inside cut. You're going to have Pittman Jr. make an inside cut just behind him. His decision on where to throw the football needs to be where this safety is heading. Now, as Campbell turns, Rivers is getting ready to throw the football. He's looking, but he has to wait for Campbell to get around this linebacker. He can't throw it yet because if he does, the linebacker will jump up, intercept the football. But if his eyes is in this general direction, he sees this safety coming down. So what he should have done immediately is adjusted his eyes and threw that football over here on this in route instead. Because look, he still hasn't thrown the football. He's making the break. He should have already knocked off on that and threw low over here. You know, somewhere low around Pittman to where only Pittman can catch the football. If he throws it too high, there's a possibility the corner could get it. But he could throw it low here. This is 3rd and 3 also. 3rd and 3. So there's a chance you could get Pascal out here on this route. Or you could just turn and dump it over here as Hines is coming around and hope that he can make an open field, make this linebacker here miss in the open field. Either way, as soon as he saw this safety, the strong safety breaking, he should not have thrown this football. Because as soon as he did, he knows this is not good. That was a bad decision. They were down 4 with 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Down 4, 5 minutes left. And he was trying to get a first down. I still think he should have went over here with Hines. He should have went either in order. I think he should have threw a low ball. It would have been a tough throw, but a low ball to Pittman. I think Hines against a linebacker, I'll take that matchup all day. Hines is all good about making linebackers miss in the open field. I think he would have got that first down. Or he could have gave it over here to Zach Pascal, and Pascal's a very good power receiver. He could have caught it and maybe powered his way through for a first down. But it's about moving the sticks, not always chunk yards. And he should have just let off on Campbell as soon as he saw that the safety was breaking. You're still here? Awesome. Thanks for watching this stream. Please, if you have a moment of your time, hit the like button and subscribe to my channel so you're notified next time I go live. And if you got a few extra seconds, hit that description down there below the video and check out all the places that you can follow me, whether it be Sportscaster here on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and there's a couple places where you can help donate to my channel. That way I can continue to bring all this content to you. Thank you for your support. Now, let's get back to the video. Now, this is an interception that was called back due to a holding call, off the ball holding call, basically pass interference. But this is a throw again. Rivers should not have thrown. It's 4th and 1. Tie ball game, about 13 minutes left in the fourth quarter. 4th and 1. So you got to remember, if he doesn't get it, it's a turnover on downs. If he throws an interception, it's a turnover on downs. It doesn't, unless there's a completion for at least a yard, it's a turnover on down. It's a turnover. You know, the Jaguars get the football. And if you watch, man, they send 7 people, 6 or 7 people right here. And they get all kind of pressure on Rivers. Watch. Clavon Chason gets the interception here. That's Miles Jack in his face. Right here, as you can see, there's the holding call, right? That's holding off the ball before the pass is snapped. This is what kind of bailed Rivers out on this play. But he sees Pascal running across, but you got Clavon sitting right here. Miles, now he's throwing, walking backwards with pressure coming up on him. And he's throwing off his back foot, going backwards. There's no way he could throw this ball with good power, good accuracy. So his accuracy is not where it needs to be. He shouldn't have threw the football. He could have. There's only one place I think he could have thrown it, and that was to Doyle over here as he was coming out. But he wasn't looking in that general direction. So the only thing he could have done was thrown this football out here somewhere. But he didn't. He threw it too close. Clavon Chason is nearby. Now, Clavon goes down. He got lucky. Really, he went down right about at the line of scrimmage. So the turnover, even if it was a turnover, it was no damage there. But it was a bad place to throw the football, bad decision to throw the football. I get it. Because if that's an interception right there, that could have went the distance and that could have been a score, right? Because it was so right up near the line of scrimmage. If Chason hadn't fell down, he could have ran it back. If there wasn't a holding penalty, that would have been upheld. It very well could have been a pick six, but it wasn't. Rivers, I get why he threw it. He just threw it in a bad spot. His eyes, he didn't have time to scan the field and see Jack Doyle. His eyes were over here because this is where everybody was at other than Doyle. So his eyes was in just this general vicinity. This is where all your receivers are, right? So that's where your eyes are going to, when you got pressure in your face, that's where your eyes is going to be. Right there at the throw. And he knows that he's coming around out this side. But he should have threw it over here. Because Pascal was already streaming this way. I think he had a chance if he'd have thrown it over here. Now, granted, it would have been difficult. But this was good pressure on 4th and 1 by Jacksonville. I think they were expecting a run. I think this was a run blitz that just ended up being a pass blitz. Because on 4th and 1, generally you don't pass blitz. Generally it's a run blitz to try to stuff that line of scrimmage and stop the runner for, keep him from getting that 1 yard. But personally, I would have ran the football. I wouldn't have thrown it. Or I would have threw a wide receiver, a wide receiver. I think the play call put Rivers in a bad spot. You run the football or you dump it to somebody who's going out. A running back, a tight end like Jack Doyle or something. You don't make this call where you got 3 guys that are actually going on long routes. Yes, Pascal's not very deep, but it's a long route. He's coming around and out this way. That's a long route. Even though it's not very many yards downfield, it's still a long route. Too long for the play to develop. And 4th and 1, you're getting pressure. You need to have a play called to where you get rid of that football quickly and just pick up a yard. I think this was actually on Frank Reich, had this actually been a turnover, because he put Phillip Rivers in a really bad spot. I was saying in training camp, I was saying before training camp, that Rivers to Campbell was going to be something to watch this season. And then in training camp, there was a lot of stuff going around saying that Rivers to Campbell was huge. Campbell was having a great training camp. And then he had the car accident, and everybody was worried, is Campbell going to be able to stay healthy this season? Here's the big deal. This worked great all day because Campbell is 6 foot tall, runs a 4.3 40, and is showing to have really good hands. He's got an amazing breakaway speed. In the slot, Paris Campbell is so dangerous on crossing routes and on drags. It's just so hard to keep up with him because you're going to put your nickel corner on him. You're not going to have your number 1 or your number 2 corner back on him. You're going to have your number 1 on T.Y. Hilton. You're going to have your number 2 or your number 1 on Michael Pittman Jr. Paris Campbell's going to get your backup corner. Here you see Campbell in the inside slot. He's going to come across. Rivers going to throw to him. Easy pitch and catch. I mean, easy pitch and catch. Watch this. It's unreal. This is going to work. This is something that teams are going to have to scheme against all season. There he goes. Nice little in cut. As soon as he makes that break, bam, Rivers hits him. And that was a perfect throw. That was a perfect what? Campbell makes his break, turns, Rivers sees the turn, he throws the football. He hits him in stride, in front of him, so that he's able to catch and burst. That is something that the offensive coordinator of the Indianapolis Colts was working with Paris Campbell all training camp. Catch and burst. Your best attribute is the fact that you have really good burst speed. And he wanted to teach him. You catch, turn, burst. And he does that. And he gets good, pretty decent yards after catch after this. And you know what? If it works, keep doing it until they stop it, right? Not the same personnel on the field, not the same setup, but the exact same route for Paris Campbell. Watch this play unfold. This is real. Campbell takes it. Here's the snap. Rivers takes the ball, fakes the handoff. Over to, look at that. Plenty of time, plenty of speed, catches the football, easy pitch and catch. If you can't stop it, if the defense can't stop it, keep going to it, right? Keep going to it. Because of the connection early on in the game between Rivers and Campbell, this made Campbell someone that Rivers was able to trust as the game went on. And on this play, Phillip Rivers ends up getting a lot of pressure in his face. And who does he turn to? He doesn't turn to T.Y. Hilton. He doesn't turn to Paris Campbell or Jack Doyle. What does he do? He drops a dime to Paris Campbell. Here we go. Bam. I mean, that's a dime. That's just a dime. Now, if you watch, he's looking over here. He sees everybody. Go slow-mo. There's the pressure coming right here in his face. He knows it's coming. Here's Campbell. He knows that T.Y. is going to clear him out. Campbell's going to, or not T.Y., but T.Y. is going to go this way. This receiver is going to go straight on and clear this out so that when Campbell cuts, he's going to be open in that spot. And with the pressure right now, nobody's actually open, but he knows, he trusts Campbell is going to be at this spot right here on the sideline at this point in time. This is something that you was not seeing with Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He was not able to know exactly where receivers were going to be right away. But Rivers knew exactly. Throwing the football on his back foot, getting hit. That is a tough throw. Man, that only a handful of quarterbacks in the NFL can make this throw. He throws this ball beautifully on a dime, up in the air, way over here, to where only Campbell can make the catch, with plenty of room to make the catch inside. That is beautiful. Rivers was actually right at near 80% completions in this game. 80%, and it's not like they were all dink and dunk. Yes, there, as you see, there's 3 good passes, right? 3 really good passes that were beyond 15 yards for Phillip Rivers that I shown just to Paris Campbell alone. So Rivers is having he just needs a little bit of time. Let's see what the other weapon that Rivers has that he's used to having, that the Colts have to offer him. Now with the Chargers, sorry. When Rivers was with the Chargers, he always had the ability, he always had weapons out of the backfield, running backs. Now early on in the game, he had Marlon Mack do that, and Mack was doing everything great. He was catching the ball great, and then he tore his Achilles tendon, and that's a big hit for the Colts. But I'll tell you what, they still have players that can catch and run out of the backfield. On this play, you have 2 running backs that can catch and run out of the backfield. You have Nyheim Hines right here. You have Jonathan Taylor right here. Now, what's going to happen is Nyheim's going to cut out this way. And when he moves this way, the linebackers are going to shift to go his way. And then you're going to have a setup. Rivers can make a decision. Does he throw to Hines? If the linebackers go this way, he does not throw to Hines. If the linebackers stay put, he can throw to Hines because these areas right here will be cleared out. He'll be able to catch and run. But you're going to have 2 linemen come out for a screen to Taylor. And watch what happens. See, they shift. He fakes over there, gives it to Taylor. Taylor takes off. Look at the speed. He just blows by darn near the entire defense. And then the power at the end. The power at the end of this run. Look at that. I mean, he's got guys over him, and he just powers his way down, almost gets to the end zone with that. The speed of Taylor is so evident here. He just blows right by everybody and gets knocked down at the 1-yard line. That is absolutely beautiful. And this design play is great because, quite frankly, as he fakes it, and then you see Glowinski comes out, you got another blocker coming out, Taylor. He just dumps it off to Taylor real quick. Taylor catches it, turns, looks upfield. Good open field blocks here to create the line. Taylor just gets right through. That's something that Phillip Rivers absolutely is used to having. And it's a weapon that the Colts still have, even with Marlon Mack down. Taylor can still catch and run with that speed and power. Nyheim Hines is so elusive out of the backfield. This is why I think that Phillip Rivers is going to have a lot of 2 running back sets. I thought he was going to have more than that with Marlon Mack on the field, but now, especially since Marlon's not on the field, I believe that you'll see a lot of sets with Jonathan Taylor and Nyheim Hines back with him. On this play, they're both going to come out. Taylor's going to take a deep run towards the end zone, and Hines is going to come up this way. And like I said, we already saw what Taylor can do. Let's watch this play. Nice. Easy catch and run. Easy pitch and catch. But to be fair, Rivers if you watch, he could have very legitimately, right here, he's watching. At this point in time, Taylor's at full speed. Taylor's at full speed. And this cornerback and this linebacker and this cornerback, there's no way. If Rivers decided this is an easy pitch and catch, this is an easy first down right here. Hines is almost guaranteed to catch this ball and possibly be able to make the guy who's covering him miss. But if Rivers throws the ball here, this very well could be a touchdown. Because he was able to blow, he blows right by, he could blow right by everybody, no problem. No one would have caught him. No one. And he would have been open over here somewhere. Easily. Yes, the Indianapolis Colts lost week 1 to the Jacksonville Jaguars. Quite frankly, Jacksonville Jaguars, they got a really good corner in C.J. Henderson, which created a turnover all on his own. Their passing game is outstanding. I was saying it before the season started. I thought that the passing game for the Jags were very underrated. People were overlooking that. And I think that undrafted free agent running back Robinson for them is fantastic. But this Colts offense is unbelievable good. Even without Mack, this Colts offense has the talent to move the ball very, very well against the majority of the teams in the NFL. Phillip Rivers, still incredibly accurate. He just needs a little bit more time to get his cohesion with his receivers. He's got it down with Paris Campbell. He needs it with Michael Pittman. He needs it with T.Y. Hilton. All right. I think him and the running backs are going to be fine. I think you're going to see a lot more running back screens from the Colts that you have seen than what you have seen in the past, because Rivers does a great job of delivering a catchable football for receivers in stride. Don't sleep. Just because Rivers had 2 interceptions, possibly almost 3, you can't count them all against him, and they weren't all his fault. So you just trust. I believe fully that Rivers is going to have a very good season with the Colts. Can't wait to see them play against the Vikings this Sunday. So as you can see, yes, Phillip Rivers did have an interception that was technically on him, but the other interception was basically just an amazing play by C.J. Henderson, and he's already got great connections with his running backs, Paris Campbell. He just needs time. I think he's going to do great with the Indianapolis, especially since there was no real preseason or, only 4 weeks of practice, basically training camp and practice, in order for Phillip Rivers to get to know the offensive line, the wide receivers, the playbook, things of that nature. The loss of Marlon Mack's going to hurt, but overall, no. Phillip Rivers is not a wash. Phillip Rivers is only going to get better as the season goes on. And quite frankly, I expect some really big-time improvement between week 1 and week 2, because now he knows what to go with. And as usual, I'm Lawrence Owen. This is Colts Law, and I want you to have a good one.
Just because a player's not a household name doesn't mean we can't make him a household name.